to have this cool kind of little tool that I just used just the other day. I hope everybody's doing well. It's a Wednesday. I can't believe it. Wednesday, beginning of October. Funny thing, tomorrow is my son's 6th birthday. It's going to be crazy. I can't believe how fast those days go by. But it's been pretty surreal to see that he's just grown so much, especially in the last year. Like how aware he is and how different he's becoming. Like how much of an individual person he's becoming. I think that's really awesome. What I'm going to do today is I just wanted to give everybody a chance to log in. I'm going to talk a little bit about a quick little meeting I had just the other day where we talked about mental health and we did a little survey that I thought was pretty beneficial, kind of eye-opening to me, just to see how how things line up for what I think I'm doing versus what the numbers show. I thought that was kind of a unique experience to kind of check in and see where I stand right now in mental health and just positivity in general. Everybody's kind of going through their own little thing right now, so we are all trying to kind of bond together and bring ourselves out of this kind of in a way rut that we've been going through. And I wanted to touch base with you guys to give you an opportunity to take the same survey that I did, just to kind of look and see where you're standing in all of this. One of the things, if you could just comment below, just tell me that you're here, say hi. I'd love to just wave and give everybody a shout out real fast. I appreciate it. If you're going to watch this video after the fact, comment in the box anyway that shows that you were a part of it and that you checked in, because that would be pretty awesome. So a couple things that I want to do. Number one, I just want to talk to you a little bit about, my experience recently. And then number two, I want to give you guys the tool that I just used to kind of look and see, where you're standing and stuff. And I'm going to be messaging this out to everybody in my karate family. But if anybody does want it, that is, friend on Facebook, anything like that, you just want to use this tool too, just either send me a personal message, direct message, or comment below, and I'll try to get you the tool as well. I'll be putting a link out in the box in just a little bit so you guys can have that also. But I'm going to go ahead and get started because in just a second here, we want to make sure that we're talking to everybody and getting through. This is just going to be a short little meeting on mental health. So the biggest thing I want to ask you guys is how are you doing? I think that a lot of times when we get this question asked, really, I don't think it really clicks. I think that we have automatic responses. How you doing? Oh, I'm fine. How you doing? I'm great. How you doing? Had better days. And I think these responses sometimes fall in line with how you are expected the conversation to go, or what the environment is that you're having the conversation in. If you're going to a positive environment, if you're going to a place where everybody's happy and excited to see you, then the experience is usually upbeat, and your response is usually, yeah, I'm great, everything's wonderful. These are the one of the things. But if you're talking to somebody that you talk to all the time and you feel like you can kind of let your guard down, I feel like that response changes. I feel like the idea that how are you doing sometimes adjusts to who the conversation is with and the environment that you're in. And so what I want to talk to you about today is how are you really doing? Like how do you assess you in what your current state is? And I think a lot of times, we look for different tools online to say, hey, I'm tell me that I'm amazing, or hey, tell me that I need to be fixed or something's wrong. But do we do our own self-assessments? And I think that's a really, really powerful tool that we should all have. And so the other day I was in a meeting and we were talking a little bit about kind of mental health check-in, like how are you doing? What is your situation right now? How do you assess yourself? And so what I'm going to give you guys a little bit today is I'm going to give you a little survey that I did just the other day. And it's not going to give you any graphs or designs for telling you what you are. It's going to let you look at your number and decide where you fall in kind of this whole positive mindset. A couple things that always come up is, things like, what is your goal for each day? And do you actually have one? We've talked about 2020 as being this kind of like, blindsided, one thing after another approach. And I've heard a lot of people, say that it's, been so negative in so many ways. And then I've had the opposite side. I've had a lot of people tell me that it's been really positive. They've been able to spend more time with their family and they appreciate that. And they've been able to do other cool things that they didn't think they were able to do. I mean, I've seen a lot of people that, have grown their businesses or changed their habits, which is awesome. And then I've seen other people where they feel like they're struggling even more than they've ever been. And I think that having day-to-day goals and having day-to-day routines and things help with moving forward in your positivity, because you feel that comfort of consistency in your life, and we talk about that all the time. How are you feeling about your family right now? When people ask you about your family, are you saying things like, I wish the kids could do something, or I wish we could do something else, or I wish, they would just leave me alone? Or are you feeling strong in your family approach right now? Are you saying, what, it's been the best I've ever done. I understand that they're on virtual school, but I get to see them more and I really appreciate that. Where's your mindset when it comes to talking about, what you want from your family and what your expectations are? Like I said, recently I took the test myself, and I think I was a little surprised at some of the values that I found for myself. Doing a personal assessment is sometimes a hard thing, because you kind of want the number to be one place, but the more honest you are with it, the better your results and the ability for you to learn from those results turns out. And so that's what I want people to do, is I want people to use this as a tool, not necessarily to compare yourself to somebody else, but to allow you to look at that final number and dictate, is it good or is it not? Is it positive? Is it negative? And what are you going to do with that? How are you going to grow from that? Right now, I feel like a lot of people are having a hard time just coming out of their shell, trusting other people, feeling positive in general. I have a lot of conversations right now with parents that, they're overwhelmed, and I get it. Like there's a lot to do, and what seemed to give us a lot more time in the beginning has started to trickle out, and we've filled that time with other things. And now the stress again of not having the consistency in our day is falling back on us. So I want to make sure that you guys are in a good mindset. I want to make sure that you're being able to find ways to grow and to look for ways to adjust maybe your thought process, your attitude, your focus, your drive, any of those things that might be powerful, to look at and assess from there. So, one thing I want to do, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to give you guys a link. It's going to be in the comment box, but when you look at that link, what I want you to do is I want you to click on it and take the little survey. It's only going to be about 5 minutes of your time. Every question that I ask you is going to have a definition of kind of what that word means. And I want you to rate yourself. 1 being, hey, I'm not doing well with this. I don't see this as a strength of mine. I don't find that I have a lot of value here, all the way up to 10, which is, hey, everything looks awesome. I'm excited about, this. I'm very good at this skill. And I want you to kind of find where you are on that sliding scale. And then again, at the very end, you're going to do 2 things. You're going to, 1, add up your total score. When you add up your total score, I'll tell you a little trick. It's really easy if you just add them up as you go, because at the very end, it'll ask you what your total score is. And then you're going to turn around and you're going to divide that by 25. There's 25 categories. So when you divide it by 25, it's going to give you a value score. It's going to say you're an 8.2. It's going to say you're a 6.1. You're a 7.9, whatever that says. And again, look at that score as a value of 10. If 10 is the most positive and strong mental mindset that you can have right now, and you're a 4, you might want to look at some of the results that you just had and see where you can, start to tweak, start to work your mindset a little bit better. If your score is a 9.9, you're obviously doing really well in your own eyes. You're probably seeing the world through a really positive light. But do you feel that? Like, is just because you're able to answer questions in that category, do you actually feel that inside? And sometimes that's a great self-analysis. So, when I go ahead and post this link, I'll tell you what it is. It's a bit.ly link, so everything is lowercase. It's bit.ly, that's bit.ly/. karate NV like Nevada, and it's going to be P as in Paul, M as in Mary, H as in Harry, C as in cat. So bit.ly/karate NV PMHC, and you're going to be able to take that little survey and just kind of see what your numbers lie in, see how it works out for you. I'm going to go ahead and post that in the comments here. If you haven't had a chance to respond just yet, please do so. I want you guys to use this link, and I want you guys to check in and see how you're doing. And one thing I want to point out to you is this: is most of us, we have a person, we have somebody that we connect with, that we talk to, even if it's only on a semi-regular basis, somebody that that resonates with us, that makes us feel better, or at least talks us through our things. After you take this survey, maybe you want to share this link with them and take it together and talk about it together, because it's a great chance for you to have great conversations. It's a great chance for you to evolve and grow out of the things that you're learning about yourself. But we all need somebody. And if for any reason you don't have that someone, then reach out to me. I'm happy to help you guys. We're happy to have conversations and talk to people about what's going on in life right now, how we can continue to improve, how we can continue to work through some of the the problems, some of the trauma, some of the setting in feelings about everything that's happened over the last 6 to 9 months, and we're still not out of it. So take this opportunity, use the survey as a tool, and then I'll look forward to hearing from you guys when you get a chance. Post your number in the comments below. Let me know what your total number was, or what your score was at the end. My current one was 8.16. That's where I was sitting on the scale. I'll tell you that right now. So when you get a second, post your number and share that with the group. And then again, do your assessment. How do you feel about that number? Do you want to see improvement in a category? Guys, I hope this video was awesome. I'm going to go ahead and save it. I will put it up on YouTube so anybody can use it as well. And of course, if you have any questions, we just need to chat, reach out. We're happy to set that up with you so that everybody can have a moment, to kind of let loose and vent and talk a little bit. So guys, I hope it was a powerful moment. I'm excited that we got a chance to share this with you. I think it's a cool tool. I can't wait to hopefully hear from you soon. Have a great day. We'll see you soon.